Hi guys, welcome back to Glow with Shelly. I am so excited to be reviewing this product because this was one that I was crushing on for quite a while. Like I was like, should I get it? Maybe they'll send it to me because it's so expensive. And I was like, I don't want to try it without them sending it to me. And then when they sent it to me, which they did send me the product, by the way, then I was like, do I really like this product? So this is an exciting video because there's a lot of stuff going on here. I have a lot of emotions about this. So let's get into it. Remember, this channel is all about glowing up, transformative skin, flawless makeup, and a lifestyle to match. If that resonates with you, hit subscribe. Don't forget to ring the notification bell. I want you to know when I post future videos. Okay, so Qure sent me their 3-month micro infusion system. I was actually so excited, and you can see on the back, right? I was actually so excited to be sent this product because I had actually had this in my cart like at least 5 times before Qure sent this to me because I wanted to try it. And there's a couple other products. So I get sent a lot of skincare products. I don't always review them, even when they ask me to. I don't always review them because I only really review the ones that I either like or I have something to say about it. If I just hated the product and I don't really want to make a video about it, how much I hate it, then I usually don't include it. Like I just don't do it. You know me, I'm really into like doing things the budget way, all of that, but I also love microneedling. So I was kind of excited to try this. So this is a 3-month micro infusion. It retails for $297, which is so pricey. They're having a sale right now where you can get it for $169. I think I have a 15% off. They gave me an affiliate link. That's like, I think it's 15% off. I will include all of that in the description box. It could be 10% off, but just know that I did get a discount. There is an affiliate link. I do get proceeds. I think I get 5% of the sale if you do buy this, but you know, I am not all about sales. So let me explain the good and the not so good about this system, because there are some good things, there are some not so good, so let's talk about it. The system that I was sent was the 3-month micro infusion bundle, and it comes with, and as you can see, I've already used some of the products. So it comes with this little headband, super cute little headband. I just love headbands. They're so they come so in handy when you're doing your skincare, especially if you have long hair like me. And then I was sent their, it's like a little vial. This actually contained one of the micro infusion devices in it. But right now it just has the little vial without the lid. And it comes with 6 of these caps. They're like the needle caps. And then it came with 3 of the rejuvenation serums and then 3 of the Hydra Soothe serums. So 6 serums all together, and the entire system. So it is a stamp. It's a needle stamp. It's a 0.5 millimeter stamp. It's very lightweight, super easy to use. It's a stamp, so it can be used by anybody. You're not gonna have to worry about it, you know, messing up the epidermis of your skin or, you know, nicking it or anything like that. Because it is a stamp, it goes straight up and down. It's really easy to use. It's not time consuming, surprisingly. It's really fast. It infuses, so the way that it works is the needles are hollow and they're 24 karat gold. And so the serum will go down the needle and it's supposed to go into the hollows of the needle and stamp into your skin as you're stamping your skin. And that's supposed to infuse the treatment deeper into your epidermis. It's only 5 millimeters or 0.5 millimeters, and you cannot adjust that size. So you know, because you can adjust that size, right, that I'm not a huge fan of sticking to a 0.5 millimeter needling. I think it's a little bit of a lower depth. You can still make some changes, but they won't be as dramatic as if you're doing like a higher needle depth when you're microneedling. Because the needle depth is not really high, it's ideal for those who've never microneedled before. So if you're brand new to microneedling, this system is probably gonna be really much more user-friendly and much easier to get started on than the Dr. Pen, right? Which has so many different components and attachments and, you know, ways that you hold it and so on and so forth, that can be kind of off-putting for people who are brand new to microneedling, right? So I think this system really does have some benefits, and we'll talk about that in a second. So the 0.5 millimeter needles are made from surgical steel, and they are coated with 24 karat gold. I know I've heard a lot of people say, I don't understand why they're 24 karat gold. So there are a couple of reasons why they're going to be 24 karat gold. It's going to be very identical to what you get done in a med spa, because when you do a microinfusion in the med spa, they do use 24 karat gold needles, and they do really usually only go to a 0.5 millimeter depth. They don't really go any lower than that. 24 karat gold, believe it or not, is more bio-identical to your skin. Because the metal, the alloy, is a little bit more bio-identical, it doesn't cause as much irritation or as much adverse skin reactions. And the reason is other forms of metal, especially if they're less pure forms of metal, can slightly irritate the skin. And when you're needling like that and you're putting in serum anyway, that could be irritating. It just cuts down that chance of having further irritation. And so that's why 24 karat gold is used. I've seen way too many people like, I think they do it because it's a gimmick. They really do. There is a reason for it. So you're talking to, I mean, like, this girl's been to a bunch of med spas, okay? I've talked to so many med spa people. Like, I always get stuff done in the med spa. It helps cut down on those reactions. Another thing is it feels very luxurious. And you know, when you're going for a treatment in a med spa, right? You want it to be luxurious. I mean, you're paying a really pretty penny for that treatment usually, right? They're expensive. This does really mimic some of the more expensive treatments, except in most of the microinfusions that you get done at med spas, you're going to get a little bit different cocktail. Okay, so you're still gonna get the EGF serums that are in here, and they do contain EGF. You're gonna get hyaluronic acid, it's in this too. You're gonna get Botox. Wait, what? Yeah, they do like a watered down Botox in most of these infusions. It really helps plump the skin, relax it. Your tone and texture looks more even. Your skin looks plumper and more youthful. It's really, and they only put it like I said, it's 0.5. So it literally goes just a little bit lower than the epidermis, and that's it. That's where it stops. So just like this, that's where it stops. But you're not gonna, this does not have Botox in it. So, you know, the med spa one may give you a little bit more bang during your first treatment, whereas this you're gonna have to do, you know, you're probably gonna have to do a full 3 to 6 treatments to really see the same kind of results that you would see like at a med spa. But you're looking at a fraction of the price. So there is that. So let's talk about the serums, because I've heard a lot of stuff about the serums from multiple YouTubers, because I like to pay attention to that kind of stuff and see what other people are saying. So I have definitely done a deep dive into these serums, and if they're formulated well, these are pretty good serums. So let's talk about them, because the ingredients here are so important. First, it's the first ingredient on the deck is basically rose water. It's rose water. It's a Rosa de Messina flower water. It's basically rose water. And the reason why I think they use rose water in it is rose water is antimicrobial, it's antibacterial, and it's antifungal. So it acts almost as its own preservative, right? Also, rose water helps boost collagen, elastin, it helps firm your skin, it helps with fine lines, wrinkles, it helps with age spots, it'll boost collagen, it'll do all of those things naturally. So there is definitely a benefit to using rose water. You can smell the rose water in the serum while you're putting it on. So that's kind of nice, right? And it doesn't have an overly fragrant smell because it's just rose water. And if you've used rose water, which I have, I used to have rose water in my bathroom like all the time. I'd put a little bit on my wrists at night. Oh, it's just beautiful smell. I'm gonna have to get some more because I miss it. And I didn't even realize how good it was for your skin. I used to just use it because it smelled good and it was so pretty and I loved having it after I took a bath and blah, blah, blah. But it definitely does some things for your skin and for anti-aging. So that's super beneficial. It contains zemiapropanediol 1 and 3. And this is basically a natural humectant. It boosts hydration and it can also boost product efficacy. So it almost works as another preservative. What I'm finding is there are no real preservatives in these skincare, in this line, in this serum, but there are some natural things that work as preservatives and antifungals to keep that bacteria from growing so that, you know, there's less of an adverse side effect if you do needle it into your skin. And it contains niacinamide, which also helps with fine lines and wrinkles and boosting elasticity and collagen production. It contains vegetable glycerin, which is hydrating, right? You know, everything that most of our lotions contain glycerin in them. It contains McDermott TA, which is a form of tranexamic acid, and that's going to help with hyperpigmentation. It's going to help with melasma. So if you have any kind of pigmentation, this is going to help get rid of it. It contains panthenol, which honestly is like super moisturizing. That's vitamin B5. And it's so hydrating to the skin. It's even better, I think, than hyaluronic acid in some ways because it's both a humectant and an emollient. So if you know anything about those terms, right? Humectant, that's what pulls water from the surrounding tissues and from the air and binds it to it. Well, that emollient is also going to fill in those gaps and those cracks in the skin and keep all that moisture in the skin. So it's super beneficial that this is an emollient and a humectant. It can also reduce irritation in the skin, so that's so helpful. And it can also help the skin maintain its skin barrier by preventing that transepidermal water loss that we don't like, right? That happens as we get older, or if we have skin barrier issues, it can also happen. And so that is super, like, if you look at the ingredient deck, that's amazing. I mean, it's so moisturizing, so hydrating. And this is the rejuvenating serum that I'm going over. Then it contains chrysanthemum indicum extract, and that's basically like a flower extract, and it's soothing to the skin. It also contains the tetrapeptide, peptide, and oligopeptide. So these are advanced peptides that rejuvenate the skin, helping to basically tell the skin to go back to its younger years. And some of these peptides can be made from human growth factor, and that is also in the serum. It contains SH oligopeptide 1, and that is the EGF, the famous one made from human tissue, human fibroblast tissue, the one that is coveted that most people are using in their skincare. This contains in that serum. Now, it is the last ingredient on the deck, so I don't know how much of the SH oligopeptide 1 it does contain, but it does contain other peptides. It also contains Evermild EGH, which is really a preservative booster and can act as a preservative when it's used inside of skincare, and also has a super moisturizing effect and skin soothing effect. So it's gonna help things not irritate, and the other ingredients that are preservatives, it will help boost those so that that product will maintain its stability for a very long time. And that's important because, like I said, these are not like your normal preservatives. They're very natural preservatives and natural antifungals, antibacterials, and antimicrobials. And another thing that it contains is allantoin, and that is basically used in skincare to relieve irritation, and it's also an emollient. Remember that emollients are how it helps fill those cracks, maintain that skin barrier, and keep all that moisture held in. So there's a lot of really good things in this. Now, normally I would say things like, niacinamide could be a little irritating if you needled it in. Tranexamic acid could be a little irritating if you needled it in. Evermild could possibly have some slight irritation if you needled it in, but you are really going at a 0.5 millimeter depth. So you're looking at something that's not going so far below the epidermis. I mean, it's really getting to that line between the dermis and the epidermis. That's really as far as you're going. So it's really getting that skincare into underneath the epidermis, which is what you want, essentially. Because this is only 0.5 millimeters, you could safely do this once every 2 weeks. And that's what they suggest on the box, is to do it once every 2 weeks. They also suggest you can do it once a month if you'd like. It's entirely up to you. I actually have been treating my fiance with it. We're going to do another treatment, and then I'm going to take before and after pictures on him and show you. He's been doing it, it's pretty much been, so he's going to be doing it for 60 days. And then I'm doing 2 treatments of it. So we're kind of splitting it between each other instead of doing one of us doing the full 3 months. So we're getting married in June. I think you guys know that. And so, you know, I thought it'd be fun he finally let me needle him, which he's not let me needle him before. So I thought it'd be fun to try this and see if it made any difference. So I did do before, and I'm doing after pictures. So I'll give you an update when that comes out. I'm so excited to see if there's any changes at all. I really liked this. I thought it was really nice going on. So because the system doesn't go super deep, these ingredients really are fine. And when I used it, I thought they were soothing. I didn't have any irritation at all. Okay, now the Hydra Soothing Serum, I went over the Rejuvenating Serum. The Hydra Soothing Serum has a lot of things that are in the Rejuvenating Serum that still has the rose water. It still contains the Zemia, propanediol, 1 and 3, so it still has that, the glycerin, the panthenol, the niacinamide, the chrysanthellum indicum extract, it still has that. It still has the Evermild, EGH. It still has tripeptide 1, and it still has the allantoin, but it also contains a few other things that are a little bit different. It also contains a leaf extract. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce it because it's impossible to pronounce, and I don't really wanna butcher it that bad because y'all know I'm gonna be butchering some stuff if I try to say it. So, it hydrates and de-stresses the skin. Okay, it also contains butylene glycol, which is an emollient and a humectant. So it attracts water and it fills in those gaps and holds that water in. Butylene glycol is amazing. It also increases the water content of the skin itself. So it is one thing that can help increase your water content. And it also is a penetration enhancer. So whatever you put on with butylene glycol is going to get a little deeper into your skin, which maybe isn't the best thing when you're needling because you're already getting it into your skin. So there's that. That's the only potentially like questionable ingredient I could see here. It also contains some anti-inflammatories. I'm not even going to try to pronounce them. They're on the bottle. You can look at them. It has sodium hyaluronate, which of course is going to hydrate and plump the skin. And as you can see, that's all that it contains. So it has those same natural preservatives that were in the other one. There really isn't any like single preservative in this. It's mainly just antifungal, antimicrobial serums. And it's a really good formula. I mean, I think it's a good formula. Normally, like I said, I wouldn't needle some of these things into my skin deep. But at 0.5 millimeters, I don't see a huge deal with needling this stuff into your skin because I'm looking at the ingredient deck and I'm not seeing one thing I would worry about preservatives. I would worry about anything that was super irritating, chemically that has some kind of irritation to it. Those are the things that I would worry about. Like niacinamide is probably one of the most irritating ingredients in here. And niacinamide, you can needle into your skin. It's not ideal. It may cause you some irritation, but you can do it. However, okay, it might cause some irritation. So this does not cause irritation at all. I think with all of the other soothing things that are in there, you're just not going to see that irritation from this. I didn't have any irritation. My fiance didn't have any irritation. So really, I don't see anything wrong with the ingredients that are in this product. I do prefer to go deeper myself. So you wouldn't want to mix the serum with any deeper needling though. Okay, that's where I would not needle this deeper into your skin. So I gave it a try, and what did I think? What did my fiance think? It was really easy to do. I did my fiance's face and then I did my own. And I really enjoyed pushing, like I thought it was really easy. I didn't feel like a super sting. I mean, it felt like a little bit of a sting, but it wasn't like super painful. Like there was no severe pain from it. Overall, now when I went over the same area twice, oof, I was getting red. So I actually went over most of my skin twice and I got red. Like I could see red. Other than that, I didn't have any irritation on my skin. It felt really smooth and soothed. I put Skin Fuse over my skin once I was done with everything. I rubbed the rest of the serum in and then put the Skin Fuse on and went right to sleep. Woke up the next morning. I did my skincare, like just hyaluronic acid and a moisturizer and then my sunscreen, and I went on through the rest of the day. I didn't do any makeup that day. I kind of kept things pretty clean and natural, and then at night I did like my hydrating, soothing, and then the next day I was able to wear makeup and stuff, and it really was like nothing, I'd done nothing. So the downtime is super low. In fact, I could even say that the next day you probably could get away with wearing makeup the next day. Cause honestly, like I felt like I didn't have any irritation. My skin didn't look red, nothing the next day. Now, if you're not used to doing any needling, you might want to give yourself 24 hours, maybe do it on the weekend, give yourself that Sunday, and then you're back to, you know, your regular scheduled programming that Monday. So that was my experience, and I will come back and give you guys a 2-month update for my fiance and a 1-month update for me on how we liked the product itself, how it made our skin look. I will say we both liked the process. We both felt like the serum was hydrating and made our skin feel soft the next day. We did like this. It is expensive, okay? It's $169, so it's a little bit cost prohibitive. And that's where the only issue that I have with the system itself. That, and you cannot, it's only 0.5 and you're stuck with that serum. Like I said, it has some drawbacks. You're stuck with that serum. You don't want to go any deeper with that serum, but the needles don't go deeper anyway. So there's a few drawbacks, especially for that big price. But if you still want to buy this, I'm going to put it in the description box. I think it's a really great system. It's very user-friendly. If you've never microneedled before, this is going to be your dig. Honestly, it really makes it a lot easier to microneedle, and you'll get used to the way the needles feel and needles going into your face, period. This kind of gets you used to what that feels like, and I think it makes it a little easier when you're doing the pen. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I really do like this product. It's probably not like my favorite product, my go-to product, but I really do like this product, and I really do think that it is a quality product for the price. Leave any questions you might have in the comment box, and I want to answer all of your questions. So if you have any questions about the system, if you have any questions about my experience with it, put those in the comment box below, and I will see you next time on Glow Up with Shelly.